button? Who's got the button?
Still don't like how it announces that the recording is in progress. We know. We've got it. But what I wanted to ask you guys. So today, I have 2 tickets to the Masters next year, which is exciting.
Cool.
But then today I applied again, like I did last year, for tickets. And this time I was strategic. I only applied because I read online that if you apply for tickets for all the practice rounds and all the days, you wind up getting 0. So I applied for Saturday and Sunday tickets, 2 tickets each day, because I already have 2 tickets for Saturday and Sunday. So now if I get 2 more, that means we can get a foursome to the Masters, which is, I'm a golf fan. It's like the golf event of the year, I believe. It's the course everyone wants to go to, but it also inspired me to ask a question. What event, or whether it be sporting event or something special event, have you never gone to that you would really love to be at?
Formula One.
I knew you were going to say that.
What did you say, Greg?
I didn't say anything.
Matt said Formula One. Matt said Formula One.
No, I thought I heard someone say something too at the same time.
I want to go to the Army-Navy football game.
I've
So
heard
badly.
those are incredible.
Yeah. I heard they're awesome.
I would say a Stanley Cup, like Game 7. I don't care the teams. Like, I'm a big Ranger fan, but I just feel like hockey games, Stanley Cup Game 7's got to be wild.
Yeah.
I want to say the Super Bowl just because my favorite sport is football, but honestly, probably Game 7 of the Stanley Cup. Just like a great game. Stanley Cup hockey is incredible. So
I'm gonna go not sports related, and I want to go down to Florida and watch like a rocket ship take off.
Woo,
In
like Cape
person.
Canaveral?
Yeah,
I was down there actually when they were launching one, and
I was on the rocket.
yeah, and they like paused their like training. They're like, all right, like everyone's gonna like, go to the roof and like try to see it. We ain't seeing anything. But I was like, if I would have seen that, it would be cool. That's a good idea though, Greg. That's different. Okay, now Anthony, let me ask you: if it's a golf event, what event would you do? Because I'm 100% choosing the Waste Management.
Waste Management Open, and I'm planting my ass on the 16th hole.
Oh, easily.
Because if somebody gets a hole in one, they have to buy beer for everyone in the stands.
Have you
Really?
seen when they open like in the morning and they let you
Oh, geez.
onto the course?
Like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's more hectic than like when they open Disney World for the day.
It's like a Black Friday in Target. It's just people plowing through the doors.
I'm trying to think of what else I would want to go to.
I would say the Super Bowl, but football for me is better at home. Like
I know,
watching
but
a
it's
football
just-
game in a living
Yeah.
room with my boys is better than going to a game. And I don't know. That's my opinion on that. I went to Formula One and I can't wait to go back. Like that was those cars going by. You feel that in your balls. It's insane.
Yeah.
All my answers are
Definitely Waste
football
Management.
related, so I'm trying to bite my tongue a little bit. I already said one.
That is a
The Army
heavy
Navy
pour there.
game is a really good idea though. That's different because it's not NFL. That's just like a big rivalry.
Yeah, like
would
a
love to
good
go-
college football game.
it's another sports one, but like a FIFA
Yeah.
World Cup game. Like I feel like a soccer game would be really fucking cool to go to.
I feel like
in
we would
Europe.
end up, Jake. We would end up somehow in a fight, and we wouldn't even start it or be involved in it. We would just end up in it somehow.
I'd rather than FIFA though. I'd rather go to like Liverpool, Manchester United, or Man
Yeah.
City and just watch these people beat the crap out of each other in the stands.
Watch the hooligans just go nuts.
Go to the
Yeah, that'd
Roman
be cool.
Coliseum back in the day and just watch the gladiators just slaughter each other.
Well, if we were doing historic, I would want to go see that.
Yeah.
As a
Yeah.
gladiator, just brutal.
Matt,
I
you
also go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, Matt, you said Formula One, right?
I heard racing events are sick to go to. Like watching them on TV is terrible. I tried watching NASCAR once and I fell asleep after like
I don't
2
think
laps.
NASCAR would be that fun.
But I heard like
If
the
you go,
event
you have to do
itself
the
is a
infield.
great amount of time.
You have to, if you go, you have to do the infield. Same thing with like Preakness. Preakness would be an awesome event, or Kentucky Derby.
Greg, don't they do like a porta potty race at Preakness where they throw beer cans at the guy as he's running?
They don't do a race. If you do it, you end up getting beer thrown at you. It's not necessarily like, hey, you're up next. It's just some drunk asshole running on porta potties.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yo, the videos are horrific. People are just, oh,
Never even seen that before.
Do you
They call it
you know what-
Freakness.
You know what games were always really fun to go to? The NYPD FDNY hockey
yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Those were always badass.
That's fun.
this is the Garden, right?
It was at the Coliseum a few times, but I think
Yeah,
it's
they switch
I
off.
think, yeah, they alternate.
Depending on
between the two.
availability.
That would be
I
something.
want to go see a Long Island Ducks game.
I went to a Long Island Ducks game when John Rocker's career was over and he was in the minor leagues. And if you remember John Rocker, he's the dude who basically went on a racist rant about New York.
Yep.
And they were throwing shit at him while he was on the mound
And I
from
think
Duck
we were-
Stadium.
We're there together because didn't he go out?
I
there
think
and
we
just
might
get
have been on a
absolutely
game.
demolished?
Oh my! They had to take him off the field because people were throwing beer onto the baseball
Yeah.
field while he was warming up.
They had like I think it was like an 8-0 lead, and he ended up giving up the lead or something, and they started throwing shit at him. He's walked out like flipping the bird, and people just kept throwing shit at him. It was insane.
Fun fact, I bumped into John Rocker as a 10-year-old at a JC Penney's in Cleveland. And he groaned at me.
He's the type of guy who would do something like that. He was a dick.
He would push a 10-year-old to the ground by like pushing him in the face.
Yeah.
100%.
Like he growled at me like a dog. He was like, "Arr."
Oh,
Just stuff
Andrew,
for
that
you.
is such an appropriate shirt too from our last episode. Is that a Whataburger shirt?
#1 pick overall. First pick for me overall.
That's right.
Nice.
So I know
Greg wasn't too happy with our draft picks.
Greg had a lot to
Well,
say.
you
for
know
someone
what?
who
Let's
wasn't there.
let's not.
You're
'cause I
lucky
already
I'm
got-
here. You are all
I got the
lucky
heat
I'm
already
here.
last week at Bethpage when we were golfing. I don't need to hear it again.
You're lucky
Hold
I
on,
don't
question.
have the picture pulled up on my computer right now to look at.
I'll-
and
I'll pull it up.
scold each and every one of you.
Hold on
Yeah,
a
but I can't
second,
look
Greg.
at it.
Greg, you told me that I had one of the more authentic ones.
Right, because they were all fast food.
So were mine.
We went by the parameters that we put up. They
Anthony,
were all fast food.
You I said, you only got a pass because you live in Florida and
Domino's is our
that's
best
the only
pizza.
reason Domino's is accepted.
I'll
Wait,
pull
what
up
was
the
the
list.
issue, Greg?
I want you to
What was
tell
the
us what
biggest
the
issue?
worst pick was.
I think it was mine and Matt's.
Starbucks.
Everybody here loved it. They were like, "Great choice, great choice."
Starbucks is not fast food. I don't care if you can drive through it. I don't care if you can drive into the fucking building. It's not fast food.
So
By the
what is
rules
your
we put in place,
definition
it was fast food.
of fast food?
They sell
Fast food is okay. So if I'm going to call Starbucks fast food, then I have to call McDonald's a coffee joint. By the same definition, because
It's
they
true.
sell coffee.
They do have
The
great
only
coffee.
reason- shut the fuck up. The only reason you're calling Starbucks fast food is because they have shitty croissant, sausage, egg, and cheese, vegan options for your almond milk latte. Fuck out of here with Starbucks.
So I had no idea that All American had an actual logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be on all the wrappers. Now that I don't think they put them on everything anymore.
No,
No, they
They
just
couldn't
use, like,
afford the
tin
ink.
foil for the burger. I mean, I have to say our first round is pretty good.
First round is good. I can't really comment on Andrews because I've never been to any of those places aside from Chick-fil-A.
You've never been to Costco,
I've never eaten at Costco.
dude? Their
Which I would
churros
also
are
say
10
is
out of
not
fucking
The
fast
10.
churros
food.
are so good.
The
yeah.
churros,
No.
are 10
They're
out of
hot
10.
dogs. It's a foot long hot dog that is delicious.
Does anyone
The
ever remember
churros
going to
are
Tri
okay.
County and getting churros?
Oh my
Pretzels.
god!
Pretzels.
Yes.
Pretzels.
I live in
And
Tri
churros.
County for MLB cards, and that's about it.
Also
so
true.
showdown
And they had that
cards of Pokemon.
sketchy. Didn't they have that sketchy jewelry exchange on the second floor?
Yeah.
That wasn't.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
No, that was actually like the more legit jewelry where they had
Yeah.
the gold and diamonds. The sketchier
Oh, is
stuff was on the first floor.
On the first floor.
Yeah.
The little
'Cause
random.
that was all like sterling
Dude.
silver.
No, I was like, I could smell Tri County right now.
Smells like
Oh,
After you
pickles.
said that. Yeah.
Tri County
Ikea.
smells the same way as the snack counter at Newbridge Ice Rink.
Yo,
Same smell.
I lived at New Bridge Ice Rink from like 7th to like 8th grade. Love that place.
That place was awesome.
Did you just say 7th to 8th grade?
Yes.
Just 1 year.
I lived there for a year.
2 years, 7th and 8th grade. It's from 7th to 8th grade is 2 years.
That
So
was a
middle
good
school.
hangout spot.
And then the rent went up and I left.
And then they kicked me out of the bathroom. And they
And
wouldn't let me
got
sleep
too
there
cold.
anymore.
That old lady behind the counter at Newbridge Ice Rink worked there since the rink was built in the
Yep.
20s. It was insane.
Oh, I know we were talking about sports before, so I had a question for you guys. It's something that always pops up when I'm listening to sports radio.
Boner.
But what? What'd you say, boner?
Yes.
Boner indeed. And it's always talked about like, can you root for one team while being a fan of the team? Like, for example, like, can you be a Mets fan and root for the Yankees? Like, do you guys agree with like? Do you guys think absolutely not? You're a Met fan, you have to hate the Yankees.
The simple answer is it depends on the sport. So hockey, you absolutely cannot root for both.
Agreed.
Baseball is a new thing. Baseball, you can't. Yankees and Met fans hate each other now. Football, they play each other. The Jets and Giants play each other once every 4 years. Irrelevant. You could root for both, but it depends on the sport.
Yeah,
Okay.
agreed.
Short answer, no, you can't. The extended answer is if your team is knocked out of the playoffs and the other team in your city is playing your team's rival, then you can root for the other team in your city.
Like I did that for when the Giants versus the Patriots.
Outside of that scenario, no, not a chance.
So Greg, I completely agree because I was about to say I'm a big Ranger fan. I will not root for the Islanders. However, if it was like the Islanders Penguins in the Stanley Cup, I'm rooting for the Islanders.
Right.
If it's
Exactly.
Islanders Tampa Bay, I'm going to root for Tampa Bay because there's a lot of Rangers on the Tampa Bay Lightning. So it depends on the team. So I completely agree with you.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't agree with
Rooting
the
for-
Rangers and
rooting for
Islanders
the-
example because they are brutal rivals.
No,
So
I agree
you
with
root for one
hold
or the
on.
other.
I agree with Brian because I was actually rooting for the Rangers when they played the Penguins, but now I want to see them out of the playoffs. Like when the Rangers played the Penguins, I was 100% behind them because I fucking hate Pittsburgh, particularly the Penguins. But outside of that, the moment they got onto the next round, I was hoping that Carolina was going to beat them, and I'm praying that Tampa does.
This is my thing, though. So a friend asked me this a few years ago, and he said, as a Yankee fan, do you want to see the Red Sox win the World Series or the Mets win the World Series? And I actually said the Red Sox
Mets.
because I said the Red Sox because ever since the 1918 curse, the Red Sox have won, 3 or 4 World Series? It's like, it is what it is at this point. As a Jets fan, watching the Giants win the Super Bowl and having a ticker tape parade in the same city the Jets would hurts. I can only imagine watching the Mets do it after the Met fans hate the Yankees so much. I don't know. Like it, I do not want to see the Mets win the World Series in my life.
Why? Because you don't want
More
to see
than the
Mets
Red
fans
Sox.
just go absolutely apeshit when it happens.
Yeah,
First
and
of
I've
all-
seen
first
the
of all-
Red Sox curse is over.
Andrew, the Mets are never going to win a World Series. They're going to Met it up. They got one guy who stubbed his
Someone
toe
pin
on a
this.
step or some shit, and they got another
back
guy
in the
who,
game.
like, I'm just saying, like, the Mets will always find a way to be the Mets. They're never going to win a World Series, and I
they're
bet
gonna
you that's
win a
going to come
World
back to bite us in the
they're-
ass.
They're gonna win a World Series one day. I hope it's this year. But no, I think
I mean,
like,
one day they will, but I don't know if it's in our lifetime. I think baseball's going to be dead before they do that.
honestly, I think I have a better chance of seeing the Mets win a World Series before I see the Jets win a Super Bowl. But that's just me. No, I think I think if you're a Mets or Yankees fan, you could root for the other team as long as they're not facing each other. Same thing with Jets and Giants. But I don't think Islanders or Ranger fans could ever root for the other team. And same thing with Knicks and Nets. I don't think either team could ever root for. I don't think any fan can root for the other team just because the teams are division rivals.
See,
They're bitter rivals.
go ahead.
No,
Ant.
go ahead.
Anybody who's a Nets fan that's over the age of 30 that lives in New York is a fucking fraud. I'm sorry.
Or they grew up in Jersey.
Or they grew up a New Jersey Nets fan. But if you live in New York and you're a Brooklyn Nets fan and you're over the age of 30, you're a fraud. You should be a Knicks fan. The only reason you're a Nets fan is because they got KD and Kyrie Irving.
And they
Get
they
out.
I will
shit
say
with the two of
this.
them, so
I have always hated the fact that New York has to share 2 teams for every sport. Like I would
Three,
love for
Buffalo.
I would love for all the New Yorkers to just root for one team. Like Boston, I'm jealous of Boston that they all are Bruins fans when the Bruins are in the Stanley Cup Finals and stuff. Like
Yeah.
there's always a fight in between just the city itself. Like Yankees and Met fans are using all of their energy on each other. Then
That's
the
a
rest of
good
the
point,
division.
Andrew. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that. Because that was Jake. What I was gonna say is like the Ranger Islander feud is strong, but so are the Giants and Jets. Like I've
Yeah.
seen some violent arguments about like Giant and James and Jet games. Like Ranger and
Thank
Islander
Rex
fans,
Ryan
like
for that.
Yeah.
yeah,
He turned it into a rivalry. Before him, it really
But,
wasn't
like,
much of a rivalry.
it's very similar with hockey with the Islanders and Rangers. Like I've been to Ranger games with Islander fans and vice versa, and like it's like a competitive, fun rivalry. But like when I'm at football games, it's like much more
Football-
violent.
To your point, the nice part about going to some cities that only have one team per sport is they usually have a sports complex where all the teams play within that
Yeah.
complex. Like in Pittsburgh, as much as I don't like Pittsburgh, it's really cool to see the Penguin Stadium, then you have the Pirate Stadium, and then you have Heinz Field, like all within walking
All in the
distance
same-
of each other.
Same
That's-
thing
It's
with
that's a
so
Philadelphia.
Pennsylvania thing.
cool.
That's a
That-
Pennsylvania thing.
Philadelphia
It's not just a
too.
Pennsylvania thing. It's they have it in they have it down in oh crap, what is it? Arizona.
Philadelphia.
Like if you go
Oh.
if you go near the Arizona college stadium, that's where also the Arizona Cardinals, I believe, play. And then right
Yeah.
near that is the Diamondback Stadium.
Gotcha.
So it's
Yeah, I
just
was-
it's a cool that's a cool concept
Yeah.
that we don't get in New York. Really go to live sporting events anymore. It costs $30 for a fucking beer. I'd rather sit home and get shit faced watching it. on-
Transaction fees are $30 to even get into the fucking stadium. It's like, oh, the tickets are $150 a piece. Like, oh wow, it's like, how did I spend $300 on one ticket? Oh, it's a transaction fee of fucking $80.
Convenience.
What you
Convenience fee. What is a
fees, yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
convenience fee?
I'm inconvenienced by paying this fee. This is
I'm
bullshit.
inconvenienced by the convenience fee.
That's like
Fuck
when you
this
get
place.
the traffic tickets when you go through a red light camera. It's like $90. Then there's like a fee they tack onto that, and then it's a convenience fee, and then there's a processing fee. So
It's a $150 ticket.
$150. I'm like, what the fuck?
This was
Just charge me
generated by a
$150 and
camera
call
and a
it a day.
computer. What do you have to process?
They do that. They do that at hotels too. Like you
So
stay at a
frustrating.
hotel and it's like the nightly rate plus the state tax plus the resort fee
Yeah.
plus that we flipped your pillow fee. Like it's bullshit.
I just need a $1 amount. That's it. I don't need to know what the hell you did to my room. Just give me one fucking number. I hope they're somewhat easy, Greg.
Huh?
I hope they're somewhat easy.
Some are, and some are easier than you think. Because I feel like they have a
Because you feel like your audience is stupid. You're probably right, but continue.
no, because you've probably heard the quote before, but you're probably going to say, "I don't know where that." You're going to think you know where it's from, and it's not from where you think it's from. Some are
I like
very
it.
easy though.
Okay.
All right. I think
What's the
to
order?
to start.
Home Alone 2.
No,
It's gonna be
This is why I said we should probably do it on a turn basis. But
-1, Brian. Um, all right. I mean, I don't know how a turn basis would do because I feel like the difficulty is going to ramp up. But if we want, we can. So you know what? We'll just go around the horn.
Why don't we just try to all shout it out first to see how that works? And if it's
You want to do like
pure
a-
chaos, then we'll
That's-
all right,
switch it up.
let's do
It is
five.
gonna be pure chaos.
Let's do
Sounds
5
stupid.
first. Let's do 5 first. Then we'll see if we want to switch it up. Okay.
Okay, Daddy.
Cool. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Get there,
so
Steven. Get there.
Get this.
first,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
first up, we have. It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Step
Step
Brothers.
Brothers.
Brian, 1.
That was Jake.
You're
Jake,
back.
Jake,
on
you were
Brian's
definitely
zero.
not first.
That was definitely Jake first.
See, we're already having problems.
Yeah, we should do it on a turn basis. This is
Next
fucking
quote.
ridiculous.
Next quote. I feel like you should have to like raise your hand in the chat.
Well, if you hit the raise the hand button, it will put you in order of when it's hit. Just saying.
Yes. That's
So
true.
hit the raise the hand button.
Does
It'll
everyone know
put
how
you
to
in
do
the
that?
order.
No.
Under reactions.
Under reactions, there's a button
Hit
that
the-
says raise hand.
I just have
There
it
you go.
ready to go.
All right. Next quote. The wrong kid died. He's gonna come.
Hard. Walk hard.
Yes.
Wow,
let's
go.
I haven't
Let's
seen that movie in
go.
years.
The Dewey Cox story.
The wrong
Okay.
kid died.
Cuts his brother in half.
I can't. I just love how he didn't have a sense of smell.
Yeah, for no reason. All right, next
No
up.
reason.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time. I believe it was Jake because
No.
Anthony was already first on mine.
I thought it was Matt.
No,
thought it
I
was
took.
Anthony.
Hold on, whoa. I took my hand down. So if it's
I
me,
know
it's
you
me.
did, but yours was already. You were already first, so maybe it was.
Yeah, but
Anthony.
I would have. It would have put Jake ahead of me if his beat mine out.
I
It's
thought it
Fast
was
and
Anthony's,
Furious.
but
Move
I,
on to the next one.
Okay,
All
Matt.
right, Matt, way to fuck that up.
I was first.
I
You
thought Matt
weren't.
was
You were
first.
literally the last one on the fucking thing. You were
I
not.
mean, I was
first.
wrong anyway. I was going to say Talladega Nights, but let's continue.
God.
You were wrong.
How they pop up, Greg, regardless of who's there right
Okay.
now,
Gotcha.
is the order that they are.
All right. You had me at hello.
When Harry met Sally. No, my God, not
You're
when
wrong.
Harry met Sally.
You're wrong. Anybody? Anybody?
Jerry
Can't think
Maguire.
of it.
Yes. -1 for Anthony.
That movie sucks.
That movie
Jake,
does not suck. You're a fucking
It's
idiot.
not a good movie.
I'll
It's
raise
so
my hand and
overrated.
slap you in the face.
Cuba Gooding Jr. Cuba Gooding Jr. is the only good part of that movie. The rest of it's terrible.
Oh my God, I hate you.
What about the kid?
Yeah.
All right, this one I think is going to be a little tougher, but I wish I knew how to quit you.
I'm still looking for raise my hand.
When
Brian's hand is up. Brian's hand is up.
No idea. I'm only gonna guess how to lose a guy in 10 days.
No. Put your
Can
hand.
we get a
down.
hint?
Put your
Oh.
hand down.
Sorry.
the Notebook.
No. Put your hand down. So Brian
you
and
see it?
Anthony are now out. For
Do you
this
we
see the
can't answer.
emoji? Do you see the emoji on my screen? I just keep doing that to raise my
So you gotta hit raise hand.
It's
Yeah, there's-
underneath it.
right underneath
It's
that
not-
when it
I
says
have
raise
nothing.
hand.
I have nothing there. It's
Oh.
fine. I'm gonna lose anyway.
Jake Gyllenhaal says it.
Oh, I know this now.
Like, yeah.
Can you repeat
Brokeback
the
Mountain.
quote?
Yes. Brokeback Mountain.
Okay.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Heath Ledger.
Rip.
Okay, this one is
There's gonna be people listening to this in the car screaming that we don't fucking know these.
doubting. What the fuck just
This is
happened?
why Greg's the host, because Greg's gonna be like this one, this one,
Yeah.
this one.
Oh yeah.
All right, so this one's gonna need you to be very specific. The quote is Bond, James Bond. Anthony.
Octopussy.
No, you just wanted to say pussy.
Oh,
Jake?
I love you, man.
Doctor No.
Doctor No. That is right.
Anthony was literally raising his hand in his office because he doesn't know how to do it.
Right.
I
Next
said I
quote-
love you, man.
he probably does
That's-
say that.
He does say that. He does.
The name, oh, he says something different, but he fucks up the line, I think. All right,
He
the
does.
next quote. I'll have what she's having.
When Harry met Sally.
Yes.
Anthony had that one cocked and ready to go.
This is from one of my favorite movies and one of my like most favorite performances. I drink your milkshake. Jake.
There Will Be Blood.
Yes.
Incredible movie. That last scene
That
is one of the best scenes in movie history.
That's amazing.
you know who doesn't get enough credit though in that movie? Yes, Daniel
Paul
Day-Lewis was
Dano.
great. Paul Dano was
Yeah.
phenomenal in that film.
He's
He
pretty
figured it out, guys. He figured out how to raise his hand.
There he
Yay!
is.
Hey, Andrew. Hit day, Steven.
I had to go to Wikipedia.
We told you how to do it.
You have a computer right next to you. Why would you just Google it?
The computer
He-
starts
he
working.
needs
Pulled
to
out
know.
his phone to
needs
wiki
to
while
know.
he's
You're
on the
literally
internet.
on a computer right now.
All right, guys, take it easy.
Get that, Steven.
Houston, we
Yes,
have a
Steven.
problem.
Apollo 13.
Oh, you let Greg say who raised their hand first, you jackass.
I
It
did. If
was
my
Anthony.
name's,
It
it
was
was me. It shows it on your screen.
I
You
didn't
were
have
like,
my hand
you were
ready
like
to
a
fucking
full
go to
2
it.
seconds behind him.
I know. I didn't have my raise the hand ready.
Neither did I.
I see dead people.
Signs.
No.
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense.
That's what
I raised my hand first.
Pay attention to the words. No, you didn't, Matt. You would have been first if you raised your hand
Actually,
that
first.
was the wrong
clapped you,
hand.
motherfucker. But
That
it's
was the
fine.
wrong hand.
It's the wrong
Wrong
hands.
hand.
The wrong hands.
The wrong hand
Take my
raised.
little,
Give a
take my
thumbs
little
up.
hand.
Jake, take your hand down.
I'm back in it.
If you build it, he will come.
Live
Ryan.
the dreams.
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was The Wall by Donald Trump.
That's not
Ah.
a movie.
Ah,
All
Should
right.
be.
Another one that may be a little confusing. Hasta la vista, baby. Anthony.
Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Yes.
I was gonna say Taco Bell.
That is Yo Quiero Taco Bell.
Mm.
Chihuahua got killed by a minivan.
I did that one.
Is that true? Or is that just an urban myth?
What?
I mean, I
The Chihuahua
thought
got
it was
killed by
true that
minivan.
during filming a commercial, he got hit by a car.
$1 million isn't cool. You know what's cool? $1 billion. And Andrew.
It's that Facebook movie. What the hell is it called?
Ooh,
Can I say it?
5, 4,
Nah, go ahead,
Three.
Jake.
2.
Social network.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
Good
wasn't
job,
gonna get
Andrew.
that until you
Good
said
job,
that
Andrew.
Facebook movie.
Thank
I
you.
couldn't think of it.
you
Thank
just
you.
helped Jake out.
It's fine.
We're a team.
I feel like most of these on this list, like you just won't even know.
Why don't you pick them from the greatest year in movies, according to Jake, 1939?
19.
Talk to the Google. All right.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Wizard of Oz?
Yes. 1939.
Oh my god!
What a
Greatest
year.
year of movies.
You talking to me?
Taxi
Anthony?
driver.
Yes.
You said that like
I
you were
got
so
conf-
unsure of yourself.
I
Yeah,
got
like you were gonna
confused
say something
halfway
different.
through.
I thought you were
Great
gonna say like
movie to
a
say.
mafia movie.
That was De Niro's. Was that? That wasn't De Niro's first film, but that was like his first
It-
big one, I believe.
His first big movie was Godfather Part 2. I thought
Oh.
Godfather Part 2 came out before Taxi
pretty
Driver.
sure
First
Taxi
big movie
Driver.
wasn't it Cape Fear?
No.
No.
Cape Fear. Fear or something.
Any more first, Craig?
I feel like the rest of them like are very, very vague quotes. Like you'll know the quote, go ahead, make my day.
Dirty Harry.
No.
No, that's not Dirty Harry.
Yes.
French Connection.
No.
Clint Eastwood isn't even in that.
I thought I would take another shot. Oh, wait, Dirty
The
Harry
mo-
Part
the
Dirty Harry
movie's
2.
not called Dirty Harry.
Oh, that's right. It's
It's Sudden Impact.
yes,
Like, you-
but
like
it is
you know
Dirty
it, you know who says it.
Yeah.
Like, that's how a
The
lot of these
movie's
are.
not called Dirty Harry.
No.
That's a mind fuck right there.
This is a 44
Jesus.
Magnum, strongest handgun
Yeah.
in the world. Funny, at my birthday, we went to Universal Studios with my family. I don't know if you guys saw the video, but there were these opera singers walking around the Italian restaurant, and they started singing the song from the last scene in Step Brothers. And me and my cousin Tommy shouted out, "This is the Catalina wine mixer." People thought we were fucking crazy. Like, how do you not know that
Bet
movie?
everybody knew what that was, except for like
This is
cool
the
people.
fucking
were trying to seem
Catalina
mature.
wine mixer. Oh, God.
There were strictly 80 Joules.
Oh, Horatio Sands,
Your hooker wife.
underrated
Otherwise,
SNL
outta
guy.
here.
Horatio Sands. That is all time.
That show has dropped off severely.
So
I
bad.
honestly,
That show
I've
is
never
so
been a
bad.
big fan of it. SNL. Like, I've
And now
never
one of
really
the
watched
only
it.
guys on it that's worth watching is leaving, and Pete Davidson.
Eh.
Isn't the only person left
And-
like Keenan? Like the only really
He's on. Then you got Scarlett Johansson's husband is on there. He does the weekend update.
Colin
Ooh.
Yost. But honestly, I
Yeah.
think it's only a matter of time for him to leave. Because I think they got Michael Chi. I think he's gonna
Who's-
leave soon too.
Who's the girl that's she's from Office Christmas Party?
Kate McKinnon.
Yeah, she's pretty funny.
I think
She's
leaving, too.
hilarious. She's probably one of the funniest people on the show.
She does great impressions.
Yeah. She's really good.
I think she's leaving too.
Who else want to be there? That show sucks. They're so politically correct. They just suck. They suck. They wanted to like boycott Elon Musk coming to host. The fuck out of here. The man paid for threesomes.
I heard he's not gonna. He might try to back out of the Twitter deal.
I don't care.
Yeah, he
There's no
wants
such
to
thing as free
know
speech anymore.
who all the bots are or something.
He wants open accounting before he purchases the company.
Gotcha.
And
what they call it?
if the thing is, if they do open accounting, what they're probably going to find is that they do censor people unlawfully, and they don't want to prove that because Twitter went to Congress under oath and said that they don't, and everybody goes to jail. So there
Makes
is
sense.
Fuck the what?
what's the
You know
score
what's
range
funny?
again right now?
So fuck you, Anthony. It's 3-0.
3-0.
But when I was keep clapping, bro. Isn't Barzell in like Italy or something right now?
Yeah, he's enjoying himself.
Yeah, good.
Rangers are going to be right there with him.
Probably. Save me the villa next to your apartment. So I had a flashback today, and you guys could appreciate this too, because like we all grew up literally best friends. I was starving at like 5:30, and I was like, I really want to eat something. I was like craving something sweet. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna have an Oreo cakester. And then in my mind, as I'm eating this thing, I was like, I hear my mom in the back of my head, like, you can't have sweets before dinner. You're going to ruin your appetite. And it got me thinking, what are some things that like parents would tell us that like are complete bullshit now? Like, don't have dessert before dinner. I'm fucking doing it. Go ahead, Greg.
They're turning the light on in the car.
Yeah.
I actually
the
find that
backseat.
very annoying if I'm driving and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like dark.
but
They used to
outside,
tell
like-
you were going to wind up in a fucking gulag if you did it.
Yeah. They went a little overboard with it. The whole not eating before swimming.
30 minutes before swimming.
Yeah, you had
Yep.
to wait. They make you sit on the steps or something.
How
I'm
about
not
this
sure.
one? Oh, go ahead, Andrew.
I'm not sure if you guys are going to agree with this. It might be a hot take, but my parents used to say, "Ice cream is not a breakfast."
I mean,
Ice
it's
cream is
not, but
breakfast.
breakfast.
I mean, it's
breakfast-
not a breakfast.
Tell me,
Yes.
tell
Hold
me
on.
why it isn't. Tell
Hold
me
on,
why
hold
it
on.
isn't.
How
Hold on.
frequently were you asking for ice cream for breakfast?
All the time. Tell me.
That's
give me
exactly
a-
why
give-
they said that.
Give me a reason why it's not breakfast.
Andrew, I'm gonna agree with you because breakfast is a state of mind. Because I've had Chinese food multiple times for breakfast. Cold
Right,
Chinese food for
and-
breakfast is amazing.
That
Wait a
sounds
minute, so-
horrible.
Yeah,
So
I can't
what
say
is-
I've ever done that.
What is cereal? Cereal is dairy and sugar. What is ice cream?
Those two things are
Frozen
vastly
dairy
different.
and sugar.
No. What waffles and ice cream? You have
He's
ice
like
cream
the-
on waffles.
You
What the
sound like
hell
the
is the
people who
difference?
try to make it sound like a pizza is a salad because it's got vegetables and whole
Hey,
grains.
It's got tomatoes
Hey,
on
Hey,
it.
yeah, hey,
Pop-
it's got all
Pop-Tarts
the
or
ingredients to a
ravioli.
salad in it, and you know it.
You can have ice cream for breakfast. You
You
can't tell me
can.
the difference. No, why not?
You could also
You-
eat
you-
marbles for breakfast. I think anytime you bring ice cream into the occasion, it's dessert, no matter what. It's,
Oh yeah.
It's always meant to be a dessert. It's never those
Never mind.
ingredients.
Waffles and
way-
ice cream is always a dessert.
Huh?
Waffles and ice cream is always a dessert.
just
Always
ice
a
cream.
dessert.
Andrew, you could have ice cream for breakfast, but you can hang out with Honey Boo Boo and the whole entire gang if you really want to, too.
Does
you're
anyone
gonna
else
be
want to
pretty
tell me a
fat.
stupid analogy about why ice cream can't be breakfast?
No, that's it, son.
Because this is America.
Because it's in the dessert aisle at the supermarket.
No, it's in the ice cream aisle.
No, it's not. It's not
Yes,
called
it
that.
is.
It's not called
It's
that.
called
Not
ice
called
cream.
the ice cream.
Frozen desserts.
I think it just
Ah.
says frozen food. Actually,
It's frozen
Wow.
food on
Yeah.
there's frozen fruit, vegetables on the one side. The
Dude,
other
we
side
need-
of that aisle is
we need a
frozen
listener-
frozen
The
We need a
aisle
listener.
says frozen food. And
We
We need
I
a
would
listener
guess
to
it's
take a
ice cream.
picture over the ice cream and figure out. What that is.
Argument for the door family. Freezer doors. So there might be more doors than wheels in this world. You never know.
All the shopping carts have wheels.
I have a question. Is any food considered breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Yes, because
eggs.
it's just
Yeah, but you
No.
don't. You say I
Eggs is
had
awesome for
eggs
dinner.
for breakfast. And you
yes.
said I had pizza for dinner.
Breakfast is a
Right.
state of mind. So is lunch and dinner.
That's where the
It's
word
just
comes
time
from. You're
of day you eat
breaking.
it. That's
your
all it
fast.
is.
You're
Yes.
breaking. your
Right. So
fast. That's all it is.
technically, Andrew's right. You could have ice cream could be considered breakfast.
I agree
yeah.
with Andrew.
No.
Andrew could be right, but it's still disgusting to have first thing in the morning.
no one said it was
in a
good.
literal sense, Andrew's 100% right.
I want
But
you to
who
try
the fuck
this.
wants to have
Just
a bowl of ice cream
give
for
me,
breakfast?
give me one chance, just one time in your life. Go to 7-Eleven in the morning when you get a coffee. If that's where you get your coffee, and get a half-baked ice cream, and tell me that's not the best breakfast you've ever had in your life.
I got Ben and Jerry's. Greg's gonna get upset.
Speaking of ice cream, my parents did not tell me this, but I'm going to tell my daughter this, that the ice cream truck only plays music when they run out of ice cream.
That's what your parents told
That's
you.
horrible.
Did you not just hear what I said?
That is horrible.
Wow.
I said my
See,
parents
that's-
did not tell me this, but I'm going to say it.
Oh, you're gonna commit. That's child abuse.
No,
Yeah,
that's terrible. I just thought it was funny.
That's mental abuse right there.
Do you know what would happen to your daughter the first time the truck goes by and she's with her friends and goes, "Oh, guys, there's no ice cream left on the truck."
That's what my dad said. Well, your dad's in
Yeah,
there.
they're
They
all
would,
out.
they would turn around and be like, "The fuck are you talking?"
Like, how come they're getting ice cream? They're playing music.
They have enough kids in the back. There's no more room.
Oh wow,
Hold on.
that.
So-
wow.
That's bad. So how about going back to the whole entire thing your parents told you that's complete bullshit now? Don't get into cars with strangers. Uber.
Yeah.
The whole entire business model is based on getting into cars with strangers.
Said
Okay.
it last week or 2 weeks ago, but cowboys are not a real thing. Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Yes,
All
correct.
right. I'm going back to the ice cream breakfast debate. I am literally looking at the Stop and Shop website. I have the page opened to the frozen food section. I can find ice creams and treats, frozen dinners and meals, frozen breakfast, frozen vegetables. I'm now going to go back and I'm going to look at the breakfast aisle, and I will not find ice cream in the breakfast aisle.
You're gonna allow Stop and Shop to dictate how you live your life,
Yeah,
Greg?
really.
That's bullshit.
I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm saying you should be judged if you do.
We're gonna go off a grocery store that sounds like a gas station. That's a good idea.
Better than come and go.
I have another one.
Skeet and hit the street.
I'm listening to Matt.
Oh, trust me, I know what I'm doing. That was really dark, but never mind.
I thought you had another thing that they told you to do, not to do.
I,
Oh my god.
okay, never mind.
It flew
Oh,
over their heads, man.
wow, wow. That's yeah. Well, okay.
The worst
trying
was
to
not
think.
even
I don't
like
know.
getting the worst was not getting like a bullshit reason of why you shouldn't do something or couldn't do something. Like I used to be
how
told,
about-
I used to be told like I just couldn't go to the strawberry festival. I would not get an answer why.
How about remember when you were punished and you had to take a nap and you never wanted to nap, but now it's like all you want to do is nap?
I don't think
I don't
mom and dad
recall
ever
those
were like,
days.
go to your room. You're grounded.
They never
You're gonna
told
nap."
us to nap, but like there's a lot of children out there that were
And look
forced
how
to
you
like
turned
take
out.
naps.
I think that's partly because the kids get cranky when they're tired. So yeah, they probably do need a nap.
Mm.
But
Yeah, you got a
I
certain
have
age,
one.
yeah.
I have one. If you don't do your homework, you're gonna fail school.
You get it really fucks up your grades though. Like you're
No,
still
it
in
does-
school, but it fucks
it
up
is
your grades.
such horseshit.
It depends on
or-
your teacher. Some teachers,
or-
it's a big part of your grade.
What
The homework
about
thing is irrelevant. The worst part is them saying you'll end up like a janitor or a garbage man, which both jobs have great benefits and a pension, which you
Yep.
probably can't get anywhere else.
Matt just has depression and credit card debt. No, I'm just
Has
kidding.
depression.
That's
Actually,
actually
not
me.
either of
That's a
us.
joke.
Your credit
How
card
about-
debt is only attributed to you.
True. How about Matt? You said this before. Not swallowing watermelon seeds or eating
Or gum.
watermelon seeds or gum.
gum.
I was just.
I
thinking
remember
that.
I would have a panic
Swallowing gum
attack.
is bad for you.
It is, but I
Yes.
would have
But
a
it's not the
panic
word.
attack.
Like if you have to swallow a lot of gum for it to like
What
mess you up.
what happens to you if you swallow gum? Like I have no
Doesn't
idea.
digest the right
It
way
doesn't
because
digest-
there's the
Neither,
chemicals.
neither
and
does corn.
You eat
Sometimes
corn,
I
you're
do.
like, I'll see you later.
right. No. The myth
Bad
around
jokes.
corn, you eating corn wasn't that it's only going to come out 7 years later.
I got a question, and if someone knows the answer to this, when you drink something with red dye or blue dye, where does the blue and red go after you drink it? Because it comes
Filtered.
out clear.
It gets filtered.
That
Yeah.
can't be
Through
healthy
your
for you.
kidneys.
Filters
Well, I mean,
through-
if you have
red
through
velvet-
kidneys.
Yeah, red number 5 is like terrible, or yellow number 5.
Yellow 5.
Red
That's why
40 is terrible.
You
or
couldn't
something like that.
drink Mountain Dew when you're kids. It was going to kill your.
Yeah,
you
your
know.
sperm count was going to go down.
That
Yeah.
is
Energy
so
drinks.
false.
Red Bull. And
I mean,
Monster.
maybe it's not. I feel like it is.
So much.
That's like I drink Mountain Dew every day, and I got a kid.
That was amazing.
That's like the jackass guys who've all been hitting the nuts more times than.
That's not the same.
Yeah, I think if you do get hit in the nuts a certain amount of times, you can't produce sperm.
Drinking
know,
a
then how does
specific
Johnny
food
Knoxville
dye and
have
taking
kids?
blunt force trauma to the scrotum is completely different.
It's a great band for a great punk rock band name. Blunt Force
trauma
Trauma to the scrotum.
Have you guys seen Jackass 4.5 yet?
No,
Yeah.
I refuse to watch.
Isn't it just the remaking of the new one? Isn't it like
No,
behind the
No,
scenes?
it's all the extra stuff that didn't go into the movie and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interviews.
and interviews.
Stupid.
No,
Man,
that
why
actually
do you-
comes out pretty funny.
Yeah,
Why
I
do
won't
you
watch
refuse
it.
to watch it?
Stupid.
I just refuse to. I mean, like I didn't like Jackass 3. I thought they were tired. It was dumb. It was over with. I think the guys are great on their own, and I will tell you, plug here for another podcast. Steve-O's podcast is spectacular. If
Oh,
you guys get a
it's-
chance
Did
to
you see
listen to it.
Jackass 4?
No, the last one I saw was 3.
You should watch it. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Four was really good. It was
I
really
think
funny.
it was good, but they took things too far to the point where you're just like, why?
agree.
Well,
Why?
it ended Johnny Knoxville's stunt career. So yeah, they took things too far.
I think they knew that before they started making it.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
show was so surreal too, because like the whole premise of it, like it changed a generation of kids to just do dumb shit.
it literally
You're
did.
talking
like,
to 5 of them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We've all
Like,
done stupid shit in the name
we
of
played
Jackass.
it. We played a game. They were redoing the tennis courts at the middle school by us, and we took the cement and played dodgeball with the chunks of cement.
That's really dumb.
It wasn't
It
smart.
was so dumb.
It wasn't
No,
smart.
like we would just push. I mean, this was, oh man, I think it first came out with what, CKY, Jake?
It was both. They were actually, so the story goes is that they were actually starting at the same time. CKY was
CKY was
starting
the
it
band.
on the that was it was the band, but they did call themselves CKY. They were starting out on the East Coast, and Johnny Knoxville, Jeff Tremaine, and like Wee Man and a few of them were starting out with the magazine. I forgot the name of the magazine on the West Coast, but they started like watching each other's videos, and that's when they decided to form it together as Jackass.
It's just so crazy because I remember in like 7th or 8th grade after lacrosse practice on a Saturday, we would just go back to our friend's house and watch like CKY videos on his computer and then just go outside and try to repeat what they just did.
Yeah, like the shopping carts, like all that
Shopping
shit.
carts, like
Yeah.
harmless
Someone-
things, you know?
I remember when Jake bought
Someone,
a FCKY hat, and his mom made him go back to the mall and return it.
It was CKY hat and it had like the fuck you along with it. My mom and dad were like, "That's not fucking happening. Get on the bus and go
the
return it."
screaming that happened. They made us get back on the Nassau County bus, go back to Roosevelt Field, and return it.
Yeah, they were not happy with me. They were not happy.
Someone's
I
going to
think-
give you free drugs at Halloween.
That's right.
Oh,
The
That was a big
yeah.
I
one.
never got any.
All those free drugs we got.
You didn't get those pills? Those were mints. Those were pills.
Or there's going to be razor blades in them.
somebody had to do that once though for them to come up with that, right?
it did happen once. It happened
Probably.
like once in like ever. And now everyone thinks it can happen anytime.
Hey, all it takes is one time for something
Yep.
to happen.
To
and
ruin
then
apples.
All the rules change.
There are no rules. There's one rule.
That was the best commercial ever.
Nothing
Yeah,
worse than
we
getting
put
pennies for
bacon on it.
Halloween.
We I have a hypothetical question for you guys. Maybe it's a real question. If you were, do you think you guys were ever a famous person in your previous life? If it was a previous life?
If I was, why didn't I inherit some of those fucking skills? Because I'm fucking stupid and I need some help with life.
So maybe you were stupid in your previous
Wow.
life. Who was stupid?
Wow. Matt is no longer on depression watch. Jake is.
And
You mean
promoted to
suicide
Jake.
watch?
You
Not
have an
depression
innate
watch. I'm already there.
ability to remember what everybody else says and repeat it.
So Andrew,
I-
like,
It's a superpower.
I
It
don't,
was super
I
power
don't-
and I'm making money off of it.
I don't think so. I don't think I was any famous person in a previous life, but I do believe that like when you have like, and this is not anything that we're talking about, but when you have deja vu, that's like part of your previous life that like kind of resembles what you're currently going through.
So
But I don't think I was a
I-
famous person at all.
I cheated a little bit. I did a little bit of research and I went through a deep dive, and I think I'm one of the celebrities. I think in my previous life, I was Angelo Giamatti. If you don't know who that guy is, he was
Why
He
do you
was-
think
listen,
you were Angelo
listen.
Giamatti?
I thought you were going to say
Listen.
Angelina Jolie. I was like, okay.
no Angelo
those
Giamatti.
DSL.
He was the former commissioner of Major League Baseball. I'm a baseball guy now. The only thing that doesn't really reach now, fit now, is he was the former president of Yale University. That is not me. Maybe I just lost part of my brain in my next life, but he did. His date of death was September 1st, 1989. I'm not going to give my date of birth away, but that's fairly close to my birth. And I would love to go up to Paul Giamatti, his son, and tell him I was his father.
Just to fuck with him.
Yeah, that's Paul Giamatti's dad.
Andrew, you look nothing like him.
I don't have to be. I could have been a tree in my
That's-
previous life, but I think I'm Angelo Giamatti. I'm Mr. Giamatti. Thank you.
Okay.
Plus, I'm Paul Giamatti's father. Like, how dare you talk to me like that?
By the way, I'm writing all these down because these are great shirts. Paul Giamatti's father.
Yeah, I don't have
I don't know any
Previous
I don't
celebrity,
really
I
even
think I
know.
would be.
Babe Ruth.
I don't know.
Babe, you were the worst baseball player ever.
Yeah, that's why I want to be Babe Ruth.
Not about wannabe. Who do you think you were?
You
I
were
thought we
a Tom
switched. I
Hanks
thought we
in
switched to who
Forrest
you want to be.
I'd say John Candy.
Oh, Anthony.
You know,
was
I'm
a
gonna take that as a
booze bag.
compliment, even though I know where you're going with it. I'm taking it as a fucking compliment because John Candy was the fucking man. All right.
Booze bag. R.I.P.
John Candy wasn't him. I don't.
Hey, you guys.
I don't even know. I'd probably be the guy. What's the guy from the?
Odd job.
Idris
No,
Elba.
the guy who's the little dude. The plane. That was probably me. From whatever movie that was.
What are you talking about?
That was the man with the golden gun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a Bond movie, right?
Yeah, with Christopher Lee.
GoldenEye?
The
Not
plane.
GoldenEye.
The plane.
GoldenEye was Pierce Brosnan.
No, I know. who
See,
you're
this is
talking
why
about.
I should not. I do the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
trivia.
This is me. Hervé Villechaize.
That was his only line in the
Oh
whole
wait, I
movie.
couldn't. I can't be him. He died in '93. He
Mm.
was 3'11".
when did Hugh Hefner die?
Very recently.
Just recently, like a few
Honestly,
years
you don't
ago.
want to be Hugh
You
Hefner.
were
The shit
an
that's
adult.
coming out about him right now, it's not great.
I was
'Cause it's the
just
Me Too movement.
asking. I was
My-
just it was just a simple question.
Maybe my son is Hugh Hefner.
Is Johnny Sins available?
He's still alive.
He's still alive. He's a lot of people's doctors too. I heard.
And plumber.
Construction
Step
worker.
Glad you
Dad.
guys had answers.
I
Okay,
You know,
it's all right.
it's
The
okay.
the only thing we
We'll get
had
you
out of
through
this
this.
was I'm Paul Giamatti's father. So I'm glad I got that out.
and Jake thinks he's Babe Ruth.
I thought we changed up the question what we were answering, but it's all right.
Jake was chomping down hot dogs in the stands like 80 years ago.
I'm right.
Ripping heaters in the dugout.
That's right.
How'd it feel to get traded for a fucking musical, Jake?
Hey, you know what?
Bag
It
of
felt pretty
balls.
good after once I got to the Yankees.
Like how you're talking in
Hey,
the first
Greg,
person.
you
like
could be-
were actually Babe Ruth.
Greg, you could be
How the
Steve
fuck was
McQueen.
Babe Ruth considered one of the greatest like athletes of all time?
I
That
don't
guy
think
was
I could be
fucking
Steve McQueen.
ripped.
I think you could.
cigarettes,
I
drank
think you
beers.
could pass as a Steve McQueen. 100%.
Googling.
I mean, yeah, I thought you were going like to the year of my birth, but yeah, I would. Yeah, Steve McQueen's the greatest. I have the same watch he wore in Le Mans. Fun fact, unrelated to Nazis,
related. To
but he was in the greatest, right? He was in the Great Escape,
yeah, I think he was the
I
main
think he
character.
was in the greatest shape.
I think he played
Nazi
the main character.
film.
Put it in the net.
I was probably Billy Buckwheat Thomas.
Who's that?
He was a child actor that was in 1934 to 1944 called Our Gang.
Yeah, that was the Little Rascals.
Yep. He was Buckwheat, the little black kid.
You were Buckwheat. That was Jackie Robinson.
We have Babe Ruth and
Buckwheat.
Jackie Robinson and the commissioner of Major League Baseball in one show. How do we have not more than 23 views?
We're celebrities.
At least you'd think Paul Giamatti would want to listen to his dad.
I got it. I'm telling you, I need to go up to Paul Giamatti and just let him know that I got it.
Tell him. Tell him.
I'm here for you, Paul. Son, you're doing a great job.
I know I wasn't there for a lot of your life. I died and I came back to life, but I'm here.
I
He
thought
was
you
there
were
for most
great
of
in
his life, wasn't he?
Paul, I thought you were great in Hangover 2.
Paul wasn't in Hangover
Like-
2.
Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was.
What?
He was the agent.
Yeah, he was the FBI or CIA agent.
Where the fuck
He
is
was.
John?
I'm at the Google right now.
I did not know that. I loved him in Big Fat Liar.
Hangover Part 2.
Big Fat Liar when he jumps in the pool, comes out blue.
That was a terrible movie.
That was a terrible movie, but Paul Giamatti in it.
You will
Might have
not
been his
talk about my
voice
son
role.
like that.
Shoot 'Em Up was fucking a classic.
He's
own, so
great in
that movie-
Billions, too.
Great movie.
Billions is an unbelievable show, although season 6 sucks. They should have ended it last year.
What was the Russell Crowe movie with the boxer? Paul Giamatti's in it. Cinderella Man.
Boxer.
Yeah.
That's a
Can
good
I,
one.
can I make a statement about the Guys Night podcast?
Yes.
This might be episode 3 that we haven't talked about pooping your pants.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Now you just did. So
I
Well,
want to
I-
song. It's like how many days since? It's like 3.
Great job, boys. We did not talk about it. That's great.
That's
Good,
great.
good. We needed that.
Keep trying to
Progress.
tell the story about how we
Progress.
sharded last week.
And there goes the streak.
Way to fuck that up.
I was just making a statement. So yeah, Andrew,
Yes.
have you ever thought about deja vu? Like, kind of bring this into this conversation. Thinking about that was a previous part of your life before you were born, and you're reliving it.
I do. I
Is that
No,
weird?
because that doesn't make any sense.
How does that not make
I-
sense?
How could it be a previous part of your life before you're born? A, that
'Cause-
that makes no sense. And B, if you're in your room currently, that room was not like that before you were born.
I
Greg,
think
you answer this for
Experiencing
me.
the deja
it's
vu.
How
better.
come- How
I
come
disagree.
comedy or not? Every time I watch a Paul Giamatti movie, I cry.
Burst into tears that he can't
That's
handle.
not deja vu. That's something different.
No, Brian, I hear you on the deja
That's
vu.
the acting
and-
of Paul
and
Giamatti.
if you think about like multiverse theory that there are multiple universes, that's what I think it is that our universe crossed for a split second and your alternate self is doing the exact same thing that you were currently doing and you experienced it as if you were experiencing it
Joe
again.
Rogan, and I know we always bring him up, and I'm sorry to Andrew. I know we talked about this, but Joe Rogan had a podcast and he spoke about how what you're doing right now has already happened to the exact second in another universe somewhere.
I think it's the
Right,
Matrix. And it's
Right,
just a-
I
because
need-
of
I need to
Because
meet
of
the other
the
Guys Night
infinite-
podcast.
Me too. It's us.
There's about 3 of them.
it's I think in the vastness of the universe, it's like basically a statistic impossibility for there not to be like,
Another person like you.
different versions of yourself.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Very crazy.
I love space.
My
It-
brain starts melting.
I
when
like
think
I
about
like
it.
when have you ever do a dive on Elon Musk explaining the simulation theory? It is makes you scary. And then Greg, we were talking about this the other night. We were playing Battlefield or Fortnite,
I
whatever.
told you not to talk about that.
And the video itself on this new engine they're using, it looked real. Like it didn't look like a video game. It looked like a train station it looked like Belmore train station. And it's more evidence Elon uses to put forth for the simulation theory.
It's interesting.
They're making
He
fun of me
really
in the
is it.
chat for the way that I pronounce it, but I'm pretty positive it's Elon.
You don't say Elon.
I know,
You
but
say
I thought it
Elon.
was
You say Elon.
Elon. I thought it was
You say
Elon.
Elon.
Yeah,
Elon
like,
Musk.
Ellen
like you're some
genitals.
sort of Frenchman.
Elon. All right, I'm gonna looking this up.
Speaking of Frenchmen, is everyone here updated on the boys?
No.
No.
Oh,
Don't
no,
take
no,
away
don't
our
lie.
space
I mean,
conversation and
yeah.
talk about the boys.
Okay, so Brian, you brought up deja vu.
Yes. Talk to me, Gregory.
I'm going to bring up a slightly different feeling. So
Is that a Red Bull t-shirt?
yes?
I love it. Yeah,
Have
continue.
you ever walked into a room? And let me finish before this is a rhetorical question. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you've gone into that room? And the reason why you forget is because you just saw something you weren't supposed to, and the men in black just made you forget it.
Hey, Greg, you started off strong and you lost it when you said that. You started
You went there with it.
But isn't that there's something about like walking in through doorways that makes you remember or forget things?
It's like like literally a mental, not like a break, like a breakdown. Like it
But a
creates,
breakthrough.
it makes a literal physical break that you're walking through a doorway. That makes you like your brain just goes like, this is different. Forget everything beforehand.
Yeah.
And
Or
deja vu is just your brain trying to like, I forget how it's explained, but it's like trying to make sense of like something familiar you don't recognize or something like
See,
that.
I view deja vu as like your previous life, that your previous self has done that thing before, and you're just reliving it. Obviously, not in the same exact house or area, but it's the same act, and your brain's like, "Holy shit, I've
But
done
then
this
there's-
before."
Then there's also the opposite of deja vu, which is jamais vu.
Oh,
No.
what's that?
Voulez-vous
What's
coucher?
Oh.
that? Menage a
So-
trois.
Deja
The only
vu
French
is
word
like
I know.
you're not, your brain is trying to make sense of you not recognizing familiar no, I forget how it's put, but jamais vu is like you basically not recognizing like something you know.
Interesting.
And then deja vu is like you recognizing something you don't know or something like that. It feels familiar to you already.
I agree with Brian with the deja vu. I feel like it's something that you've experienced or done in a similar, something very similar in a past life. And like that moment crosses, and then like neurologically, your brain's like, I've done this before, but you can't put your finger on what it was. Like there's a reason why that happens. And it's unexplainable. You guys
Deja
are really
vu
stupid.
literally means already seen. Although some interpret
To
deja
Brian's
vu in
point.
a paranormal context, mainstream scientific approaches reject the explanation of deja vu as precognition or prophecy. It is an anomaly of memory whereby, despite the strong sense of recollection, the time, place, and practical context of the previous experience are uncertain or believed to be impossible.
I mean,
I
it goes
think
back to like
it's
what we're saying. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ant. Go ahead.
I think
literally
it's
started speaking at the
proof
same time, but
that we live in a simulation because I want you to think of Gran Turismo with the ghost car. I think that's what it is. That you've already done this, and you're
This is a stretch.
I'm sorry, I just read it. comment.
Get yourself a chair, Andrew.
I look,
Fall over
I look
over
at
there.
him. He's leaning on the table, like smiling.
Did you drink the
I
entire
t-
bottle again?
No.
Biggest lie I know I've ever seen.
But I do think I like Musk. His I'm not saying his first name anymore.
Elon
Musk.
Elon Musk.
I like his idea of the simulation theory, that it is a complete total simulation. And I feel like one of the things that he said, he's like, wouldn't it be crazy that when you die, someone takes the Oculus headset off you and go, how was it? Like, that would be so surreal.
What if your life is just an alien on an acid trip?
You guys are going crazy, but I do believe, and you guys can yell at me all you want. When you do die, you are then reincarnated into another life. Like your soul kind of lives on, and that's where deja vu comes through.
Inspires me. Along this same vein, would you, if there was a pill that you could take and you could live forever, would you take it?
No.
Probably not, just because I couldn't stand to see all my friends and loved ones and everybody dying, and I just keep on going. I don't know if I could do that.
Am I immune to physical attacks?
No.
Like I
Yeah,
can't
you
be
would,
killed.
because you take a pill to live forever. So
You
technically,
can live
No.
forever, but you
I
could
can
still
live
feel
forever.
pain, get damaged, and
But
So you're like an
Can
elf
I-
from Lord of the Rings.
Can I still not die? Like I can't be
mine.
killed, or I
You can't
just
be
don't
killed.
die of natural causes, cancer, or heart disease.
you
anything like
cannot
that.
be killed. Think of it like Deadpool.
I'm taking that fucking pill.
If I said yes a while ago, Paul Giamatti would never be around.
Jake would still be hitting dingers for the Yanks.
That's right.
Have you seen the movie? What was it? It was on Netflix with Charlize Theron.
Oh, the
Um,
Guardians.
Of the galaxy.
No,
It
it's
was
not
the Guardians.
No,
Or the old guard.
the last.
I
Something
know
like
what you're
that.
The
talking
last-
about. Yeah,
The
I
old
know what you're
guard.
talking
The
about.
guard. The ancient
Something,
guard.
something guard.
It's like Hancock.
But don't say cock.
Herbie.
Herbie Hancock.
It's the
But
old
yes.
guard.
But
The old
yes,
guard, I
I
just
would be
Googled it.
like those guys running around with like a sword, and people be like, "This, what is this guy? I'm gonna shoot that guy," and I'd just be like, "No, no, you're not." Or I'd pay to make a Deadpool suit. Either way, I'm taking that pill.
Yeah, I would take it.
When you put it like that, maybe, but I don't know. Just
Exactly.
the thought
Yeah,
of
exactly.
watching all your family and friends just dying all around you, and you just keep going. That kind of
You'd move on. I would take it because I think as you get older, you start to fear death, and I don't want to fear death. I'd rather just
Well,
live forever.
Didn't we talk about this? Would you rather know when or how you die?
Oh no,
I'm
I don't
gonna, I'm
want
gonna
that.
pay Nicole to jump out of closets dressed like the Grim Reaper or something. Ha!
We're here, motherfucker.
but like watching everybody else die around you forever, that sucks.
I don't know. I feel like after the 10th one, you're fine.
Yeah, I feel like you go
become numb to it. Have you ever seen Vampire Diaries? Those fucking guys live forever. It's a good show, actually.
You ever seen
All the guys
Basketball
are hot,
Diaries?
girls are hot. No.
I
Different
don't know.
diary.
I don't think I would want to put myself through that. Like I think of Grandpa Brian. He was pretty much married to 3 women essentially. Like
At the same time?
that sucks.
Do you guys have the
obviously
same
not.
grandpa?
Oh, you mean he outlived his 3 wives?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he didn't.
That's
The
gotta-
other 2
that's-
He
weren't.
never
fine.
remarried.
They like kind of were because like
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
get together and
partners.
stuff. But that sucks.
Our grandfather was an absolute stud.
Dude, he's a
R.I.P. to
fucking
him.
legend.
I'll cheers to him.
I'm drinking it.
Cheers to all our
It's
grandpa-
sacrilegious. I have nothing left in this can.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would want to do that.
Yeah,
I still would do it. I would do it. I think
would
I
do it.
probably
Andrew's
would
right.
do it. I'm too selfish
I'm
not
so
to do it.
scared. I'm
too
so scared to
selfish
death, I
not
would
to
do
it.
Could you?
I
I
like
would
life too much.
100%
If you
do it.
could pick someone else or like a group of people to also take it,
Guys
I
Night
would-
Podcast.
I would. I'm definitely not. No. Then they would
It's
change,
5,300,022.
I mean, stuck with you guys
Actually,
for
we
all
probably
eternity.
should all
When none
take
of
it
us die.
because-
If that were the case, I would like. It would be me and a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
but if we all took
I'd
it,
rather spend forever with nobody than forever with the same somebody.
if we all took it,
Ooh.
we would probably have more than 100 listeners in the next eternity, so let's do it.
Well, what was it? Interstellar. He like watched his daughter be like 40
Yes.
or 50 years older than him.
Yeah,
That
because
is
of
travel.
space travel.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
tough.
But he travels through space, goes through a wormhole, and comes back, like type of thing.
Spoiler, it
Yeah.
came out 10 years ago, but yeah, that'd be tough.
Great
actually,
movie.
but-
Great movie.
I don't think I would take it.
Yeah.
I think it's only 5 minutes on that one planet, the
It
water.
was every
Yeah.
minute it's 7 years or something like that.
No, every minute was an hour, I think.
Something
What would be
insane.
cool is
Something
if
crazy.
nobody died.
No,
No,
because
then
the
you
world
have
would end.
overpopulation.
No.
and-
No,
Yeah.
no, no. But like, let's just say there was a limit, right, to how many people could be on this earth, and then you
Oh.
cap it, and then that's it.
We wouldn't be here.
One for one.
Yeah, we wouldn't be
No,
here.
I'm saying,
Yeah,
like,
we would not
We
have
let's
just
made
hit
it.
just
that cap a
assume
million years ago.
and pretend that that time is like right now, or in the next 5 or 6 years.
So conveniently, while you're here.
Well, yeah, it's
So-
just because we're on the topic of it.
So
that
no
would
more
be
safe
interesting
sex.
because then you would be able to pretty much
Safe sex.
experience everything.
The
So many different people.
if you guys like what Matt was saying, similar to that, there's a great show on Netflix called Altered Carbon, which got 2 seasons right now, and it's about your body dies, but then you upload your consciousness to a device, and they just plug it into a new meat sack when you die, and you could
What's a
live
meat
for
sack?
hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. It's a show.
What?
It's really, really good.
Meat sack?
You're a
couldn't
body.
You couldn't just say
Because you
body. You
said
had to
meat
say
sack, I'm
meat
not
sack.
I am a meat popsicle.
That's
But the
frozen
show's
food
really good,
section.
and Matt,
Not
it's
for
similar to
breakfast.
what you were saying. It's like no one dies; they just keep uploading. But to permanently kill someone, you have to destroy what's called their stack, which is this little USB drive that goes in the top of their spine, and that's your
This sounds like
consciousness.
a sexual show, Anthony.
There's a lot of sex on the show. Actually,
Yeah, it
it's
makes
phenomenal.
sense.
It's
Have you
makes
ever
sense.
seen the movie In Time?
oh yeah,
Yep.
Justin Timberlake.
Yep.
Where like you basically get to your, I think it's like your 20th birthday.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and you have the
And
thing
then
like
you have
the
a, you
clock.
have a
charge
certain
your
time
shit
to
up.
live.
Minutes.
Yeah, you steal people's things like
Yeah,
in
you
Harry
could
Potter.
trade it and pay
Yeah.
for it in time.
That's cool.
I think that was the last movie I saw in theaters.
Can I tell you guys a theory that I have and I want it to be true so bad, and Noah could tell me it's not true?
Go for it.
When I die, I want to be able to time travel. I want to be able to like hover over the earth and like rewind shit and look at like World War One, World War Two, and like actually watch it happen. And like just like fucking fast forward and rewind like all of life. That'd be fucking sick.
Like time travel.
Yeah.
Guys Night Podcast. We talked about a bunch of different things, but you can catch us on Spotify, Guys Night Podcast, or on Apple, YouTube as well. And don't forget to go to our Instagram page, like, follow, and share guys_night_podcast. That's a good night from Guys Night. Here we are.
Hey,
There we are.